Werewolf here. My prediction is there will not be a civil war, or at least not in the way that you envision it. Yes, we probably will see more clashes with Antifa type groups. And I will go further to call out that most of the people online saying that they are ready for one, and that you should be too, will be proven posers. LARPers, if you will, who are all talk and no action. Like the kind who show off their firearms on social media. If they had put any serious thought into that, they would be concealing this stuff. And the ones who would follow through, well, you'll be fighting a nebulous opponent, one that will strike many of its initial blows without even having to fire a shot. Also, what I never hear these LARPers talk about is what their plan is for a new government and what it would be like after the revolution, because you know they haven't thought about this. The first government that the U.S. set up after the revolution failed. It was almost overthrown because of the Whiskey Rebellion, and after that we formed a second government and wrote the Constitution that we have today. Take a look at the French Revolution. It felt like a victory, then it got replaced by the guillotine-hungry Robespierre. You know, if you want a more recent example, look at Iraq after Saddam Hussein. Insurgents took advantage of the weakness of the lack of any government, and that's when things really became violent. But here are some things that you should do. Improve yourself. Yeah, I know that's almost a meaningless internet cliche at this point. You know, winning hearts and minds is necessary both in times of war and times of peace. Improve your communication skills so you can better convey the message that you want others to hear. Study political campaigns, learn about voter trends and habits, study marketing and advertising. You know, it's easy to be a keyboard warrior and feel like you've accomplished something when in fact you haven't actually changed anyone's mind. So make sure you get out into the real world and do something. Volunteer for a campaign, even if it's a dead-end one. You'll learn things that you can bring into more important campaigns. Volunteer at your local board of elections. They're desperate for people. Most of the people who serve at the polls are elderly with failing eyesight and senses, and they're easily taken advantage of by political organizations, political machines. Start showing up at your local school's PTA meetings. Become a regular there. Start a neighborhood watch, but don't be creepy and militia-like about it. Even if you just do one of these things and get good at one of those things, that's going to contribute. Improve your health and physique. Do any kind of self-improvement, whatever you can fit in, that would be conducive to being able to have the energy to achieve your political goals. Get over your addiction, and if you can't, at least reduce it. Get your kids to put the smartphone away for an hour a day. That would be a good start. Understand that louder will not always change minds. Tact will. Being able to put what you want in terms of what others want is the best when it's possible. When you resort to the cliche of calling someone an idiot, you've already lost. It's okay to feel black-pilled, but act as if you can make a difference, because you may find out when it's too late that you actually had a chance, and you will feel an even greater sense of despair. If we start with all these things, we will, at the very least, weaken the hold that the deep state and other forces have over on us. Well, until next time, life, liberty, and the pursuit of...